Teen Titans number 11, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Brett Booth. Last issue left off with a whole Dinosaur Island thing. It doesn't need to be recounted. It doesn't matter to this at all. So this is a Wonder Girl story. And we open up with Wonder Girl, Cassie, in pain, lying on the bathroom floor with like spikes and her armor starting to like jet out of her all over her body. And she's like, oh, this sucks so much. And then we see Kid Flash, Bunker, and Solstice in a fight with a big blue Hulk guy, like just on the other side of the bathroom door. And at a certain point during the fight, it flings something through the door, startles Cassie, and so now she's involved in the fight, and everyone's like, we didn't even know she was here. Cool, awesome, she'll knock him out, no problem. So the guy's name is Loose Cannon, and he has these like lashes that lash onto people and make him more powerful. And as soon as Cassie realizes this, she kind of like lets out some demonic energy or something like that, which immediately knocks out Loose Cannon. She's like, oh, did I black out again? What did I do? And then we have her fly back to the rest of the Titans being like, hey, what did you guys, what was that? What just happened? And then apparently all of this was Bunker, his fault, Miguel. He was just like, here was the deal. Robin was talking about leaving. That one you guys didn't know about, but Robin was talking about leaving Teen Titans, so I was holding an interview, found this guy on Craigslist, and Kid Flash is like, you found this guy on Craigslist? He's like, I found him on Craigslist, verified that he had some cool powers and such, so I blindfolded him. I didn't let him know where we were at all, brought him here, let him have a tour of the place, and then apparently it turns out the whole time he was a supervillain, so he tried to kill us. And then that's it, like, whatever. Okay, that happened. Now clean this mess up. So then we cut to the Museum of Natural History, where there's a guy who looks a hell of a lot like Superboy, is clearly not though, just meditating naked in the middle of the museum. And he's like, there she is. Every time she uses her powers, I can track her down a little more, and now I have finally found her. That's going to come up later, I guess. So then we see that Miguel and Kid Flash are just chilling, watching TV, whatever, because Kid Flash knows he can clean all this up in like no time at all, right before Red Robin arrives. And then we see, for, again, no discernible reason, Superboy. He's off at his own penthouse, which was covered in Superboy, I believe. And the girl that he's living in the penthouse with is like hitting on him, and he's like, sorry, don't really have an interest. Also, the tower that my friends are in just had a blackout, so I gotta go. And then we see the blackout affecting them. Kid Flash runs down into the breaker room, is immediately punched in the head, and is like, uh-oh, I'm about to pass out from that hit. I better run back up to the room before I do. And so he does, and then passes out, which I don't think that's how that works, but it's at least an interesting use of speed. So Bunker sees Kid Flash pass out, and he's like, oh, all right, better set up a barrier. So he sets up this huge pile of his psionic bricks to block the door, which is immediately broken through, knocking him out. And then finally Solstice is like, wait a minute, Wonder Girl, is that you? And we don't see Wonder Girl, but she's like, yes, it's me, but it's complicated. Also, forgot to mention, previous page, Solstice just revealed that her and Kid Flash kind of have a thing now, since they made out on the beach last issue. Okay, yeah, sure. Anyway, we see that the dude who is in the museum is just making his way downtown in a cab for 2 panels, and then we just cut back to the fight. So Solstice is fighting Wonder Girl, and he's like, I don't want to hurt you, but if I have to, I will, to stop you, even if that means killing you. And she's like, you can't kill me, I'm Wonder Girl. And it's like, you make the mistake of thinking I'm weak because I'm nice, but I'm not. So then we cut to Robin, who's just flying over the city, thinking about how he's failing the Titans because he's the one who brought them together and blah, blah, blah. And then Superboy joins them. They arrive at the Teen Titans Tower and or I say the Titans Tower, it's the penthouse. And then, it's all the wreckage and whatnot. And in the middle is just this hunk of armor wearing like a golden mask that has Cassie inside of it. And she says, please help me before I kill again. To which Robin's like, again? And that's the end of the issue. So this one felt like two issues just kind of rammed into one. Like the part where the guy was meditating and like there she is felt like the end of issue cliffhanger where it's like tune in next time to see what this guy's up to. But instead we just kept going. And as such, like we didn't do like what did we do here? If we're being honest. Because we just set up a whole thing of Cassie. Yes, she's always said that she has issues with this armor, but we're setting up this whole thing of her not being able to control it now, which I don't think was ever a thing, and that it like literally punctures through her skin. And then we went on this whole thing with loose cannon and Miguel bringing a guy in, which is just completely thrown away. I don't even know why we did that one. That had nothing to do with anything. Genuinely, this felt like 2 or 3 different issues just kind of like mashed into one because none of them were their own stories. And mind you, no, sorry, we only did spend 1 issue on Dinosaur Island, but it was spread across 2 books. Never mind, I was about to say we spent 2 issues on that Dinosaur Island. So yeah, no, it's not good. Then again, I have never accused this book of being good, so no points lost there. Points lost in every other category, though. I gotta put this at like a... I gotta put it at like a 4. And honestly, I like that they're doing a Wonder Girl thing because we spent so long on Superboy and we had a whole big thing with like Kid Flash. I feel like Solstice could use some work still, but I'm happy to learn more about Wonder Girl, and they have done little bits of setup on saying like she has some sort of past. I'm okay with the story concept, but the execution so far is just like, do you want to tell the story or not? Because it seems like you're just trying to get it out of the way as fast as possible. So 4 for this. Art also not good, but that goes without saying.